to one of you. So welcome to my channel. So first, this is a activity from the chapter 5, which is the packet tracer examine the ARP table. So as we can see, this is the addressing table, which is all the things that we have to know is all here. So from the objectives, part 1, examine an ARP request. Then part 2, examine the switch MAC address table. Then part 3, examine the ARP process in remote communications. Then for the background, this activity is optimized for viewing PDUs, device are already configured. Will gather PD information in simulation mode and answer a series of questions about the data you collect. So, from the first one, examine an ARP request. From step 1, generate an ARP request by pinging 172.16.31.3 from 172.16. So we have to try to ping that 172. So let's try. So as we can see, it's pinging. Then after that, after your simulation mode, enter the command ping 172.31.3 to PDUs will be generated. The ping command cannot complete the ICMP packet without knowing the MAC address of the destination, so that the computer sends an ARP broadcast frame to find and MAC of its destination. So from the click capture forward once the ARP PDU moves switch 1 while the ICMP PDU disappears, waiting for the ARP reply. Open the PDU and record the destination MAC address. Is this address listed in the table above? Then from click capture forward to move the PDU to the next device. And how many copies of the PDU did switch 1 make? So as we can see here, what is the IP address of the device that accepted the PDU? Then open the PDU and examine layer 2 what happened to the source and destination MAC addresses. Then click the capture forward until the PDU returns to 172.16.31.2. So how many copies of the PDU did the switch make during the ARP reply? So from this step 2, examine the ARP table. Note that the ICMP packet prepares. Open the PDU and examine the MAC addresses. Do the MAC addresses of the source and destination align with their addresses, and B is the switch back to real time and ping completes. Then click the 172.16.31.2 and enter the ARP-A command to what IP address does the MAC address entry corresponds. In general, when does an IP device issue an ARP request? So as we can see from the part 2, examine switch MAC address table. So from the step 1, generate additional traffic to populate the switch MAC address table. So from 172.16.31.2, enter the ping. Then 172.16.31.4 command. Click the 10.10.10.2 and open the command prompt. So enter the ping 10.10.3 command how many replies were sent and received. So from this step 2, examine the MAC address table on the switches and A. Click switch and then CLI tab, enter the show MAC address table command. Do the entries correspond to the table above. Then click switch 0, then CLI tab, enter the show MAC address table command. Do entries correspond to those in the table above. And C. Why are 2 MAC addresses associated with one port? So from the part 3, which is examine the ARP process in remote communication, then step 1. Generate traffic to produce ARP traffic. Click 172.16.31.20, open the command prompt. Enter the ping 10.10.10.1 command, type ARP, what is the IP address and the new ARP table entry. Then enter the ARP-D to clear the ARP table and switch the simulation mode. Then repeat the ping to 10.10.10.1. How many PDUs appeared? Then click capture forward. Click the PDU that is at switch 1. What is the target destination IP address of the ARP request? Then G. The destination IP address is not 10.10.10.Y. So from this step to examine the ARP table router, switch to real-time mode, click router 1 and then CLI tab. Then enter privilege exec mode and then the show MAC address table command. How many MAC addresses are in the table and why? Enter the show ARP command. Is there an entry for 172.16.31.2? What happens to the first ping in the situation corresponds to the ARP request? So, so you can see here. So as we can see here, from this one we have here the suggest scoring rubric. Then coming back from the switch 1, which is this, then so in this activity you have to enter the simulation mode, enter the command ping 170.16.31.3. 2 PDs will be generated. The ping command can complete the ICMP packet without knowing the MAC address of the destination. So the computer sends an ARP broadcast frame to find MAC address of the destination. So click the forward capture forward once the RPD moves switch 1 while the ICMP PD disappears, waiting the ARP reply on. Open the PDU and record the destination MAC address. Is this address listed in the table above? So click capture forward to move the PDU to the next device. How many copies does switch make? So as we can see here, what is the IP address of the device that accepted the PDU? Open the PDU, examine. Note the ICMP packet repairs. Open the PDU and examine the MAC addresses. So do the MAC addresses of the source and destination align with their IP addresses. Then switch back to real time and the ping completes. Click 172.16.13.2 and enter the ARPA command to what IP address does the MAC address entry corresponds. So I don't really capable of doing this activity because examine the MAC address table on the switches. Click switch 1 and then the CLI tab, enter the show MAC address table command, then do the entries correspond to the table above. So switch the real-time mode, click router 1 and the CLI tab, then enter the show ARP station where the router corresponds the ARP request. So I think that's all for this chapter. Thank you for watching.